Every disease is curable without a doctor and medicine. You had it right. But we don't know, right? Why doctors will tell us that we don't need doctors to recover from any disease? I didn't know this fact until I came across one of my favorite books. I always talk about that book, and I love talking about that book because that book changed my life completely. Book is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, where she had shared her own story, which mental patterns created cancer in her body, and how she is recovered from cancer within 3 to 6 months just by changing her mental patterns and changing her eating habits. Mental thought patterns which create most disease in our body are anger, criticism, resentment, and guilt. Our body always tries to communicate with us if we take the time to listen to it and act accordingly. I would like to share one of my own story with you. I believe you can resonate with it. For a few months, I've been suffering from backache, severe backache. I wasn't able to sleep, I wasn't able to work properly. I didn't know what was the reason. I went back to that book. In the end of that book, she is written about mental patterns, disease, and positive mental patterns to recover from that disease. And the reason was lack of financial support. In my previous videos, I've shared about I was in network marketing business and I've lost everything. I didn't have enough money to pay loans and debt I was in. I started using positive mental thought pattern, what she's mentioned in her book. Recently I've got new job in January, and since January I didn't have even a little backache. Dr. Wayne Dyer, he had been suffering from severe backache for many years. He shared about his back pain in one of his audiobooks, Divine Love. And he didn't know that why that back pain was there. I believe he has read one book. That book is particular about backache, releasing how to heal backache. After 10 years of his dad's death, he went to his dad's grave and he forgiven him and sent him love. Since that moment, he didn't have backache. One of Hay House author, Chris Wark, when he was 26 years old in 2003, he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. He went for surgery. Doctor told him to go for chemotherapy to prevent a recurrence, but he didn't go for chemotherapy. Instead, he started taking control of his health. He started making changes in his diets, and he recovered from cancer. He is sharing his life, how he recovered from cancer, with thousands of people all around the world. In March, I came across one of his programs called Square One, where he shared his own strategies to recover from any disease we think is incurable. He has published his book, Chris Beat Cancer, in 2018 to help other people to release any disease in their body just by changing their diet habits and their lifestyle. I would recommend you one of documentaries, Heal. This documentary where people all around the world, they have shared their own stories, how they recovered from cancer and other disease just by changing their lifestyle, eating habits, prayer, changing their circle they are surrounded by, and using positive affirmations. Louise has written one book particular for how to heal our body. The book name is Heal Your Body, where she has written about mental patterns of each and every disease and positive mental patterns which can help us to heal any disease in our body. She has mentioned 3 steps. The first step is look up for a reason in their book. If you can relate, if you cannot find any reason in their book, sit down and ask yourself, what mental pattern created this condition? And the second step is repeat to yourself, I am willing to release this mental pattern in my consciousness. In my consciousness which created this condition. And the third step is repeat positive thought several times, and you will see how any disease can leave your body. If body can create any disease, it can heal itself. We don't need to go to doctors. We don't need any medicine. Doctors can cure any disease temporarily, but they cannot cure root cause of any disease. Our inner changes, our lifestyle, our eating habits can help us to release any disease. Please share this video with more and more people to make them aware that they don't need to spend thousands of dollars to recover from any disease which can occur over and over again in their body. We can see most of the people in this world are just dying because they cannot afford money to go for cancer treatment and other treatments. I have mentioned book by Chris Beat Cancer, in the description below. You can find it on Amazon. Thank you so much for your time. Subscribe this